Antonio Gil Ybarbo.
Hola, amigas. You may be intriguingly wondering, why am I a historic person? I may not be nearly as famous as other faces in history, although I am famous to people in a town named Nacogdoches, which is the oldest town in East Texas. I am known for guiding an abandoned community to a new home, establishing a town, and for making laws that will continue to increase the population. Let me expound about myself. I was born in 1729 in Los Altos, province of Texas. My father was Mateo Antonio Ybarbo, and my lovely mother was Juana Lascarda Hernandez. They bravely migrated from Spain around 1723. Both of my parents sadly died in 1773. Later in my life, I became known as Judge of Contraband Seizures and an Indian agent for the Spanish crown, because I was the most knowledgeable concerning the abuse of permitted commerce with Louisiana and knowledgeable about the sale of Native Americans, then called Indians, which was illegal under Spanish law. My services were extremely significant and noteworthy that I was promoted to captain in 1778. Let me tell you about some events that led up to my promotion. In 1773, I started to petition Spain for displaced persons of the abandoned Spanish mission in East Texas. In 1774, we were granted return as far east as the Trinity River. That is where the displaced persons and I rebuilt the town and named it Nacogdoches. In 1780, I built a stone fort as a trading post for Indian trade. Spanish called it the La Casa Piedra, which means rock house, which means rock house. In 1791, I was accused of smuggling, and in 1796, exiled from Nacogdoches and forbidden to return until 1806. But that is an intricate and mysterious story for another time. The La Casa Piedra that I built was an extremely large, wide, two-story, luxurious fort. It would come to serve many purposes and switch hands multiple times until 1902. In 1783, 3 years after establishing Nacogdoches, I created and enacted a criminal code. A few of the statutes I wrote were about blaspheming against God our Lord, speaking evil of the king, and robbing of sacred things, and many more statutes. If any of these statutes were broken, the consequences for many was death. I peacefully passed away in 1809 at the age of 80 at my ranch in Lucana, Texas. My bloodline would lead up to the birth of Martha Ybarbo, who is the great-great-great-grandmother of Charlie Mae Davis, making her the 12th generation. My name is Antonio Gil Ybarbo. I'm a face in history because of the oldest town in East Texas that I established and made laws for when I was alive in the late 1700s. I am a hero not only to the Nacogdochians, but also to many more Texans. I continue to leave a mystery of myself for you to seek out. Muchas gracias.